Hello, Aquarius. So keep in mind, no reading can resonate with every Aquarian on the planet all the time. Also, keep in mind, energies can be reversed. So if I say that you did something and you know that you didn't, it simply means to be aware that someone else in the situation most likely did, whether you are aware of this or not. This reading is being done with the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. It's a fairly new deck to me, but I am attempting to get out readings using this new deck. So, without further ado, I have to tell you, for some of you, and this is going to be a very, very select few, some of you are hiding that you're pregnant. Okay? You're keeping it a secret. For some of you, you have some secret ideas that you're working on. Okay? But this first card is the moon. Beneath it is the word cycles. Moon means things are not as they appear. So be careful. If you're the one creating the situation to not be what it appears, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're not creating this type of situation, it's someone around you. The word cycles to me says that you or someone else here is trying to predict things based on the cycles that have occurred. Okay. So for instance, if the sun sets in one direction and rises in another, you know, so to try to do things during the time of daylight rather than at the time of night. So you're predicting the right time to come forth with something. This also could speak of you doing something, but you're taking steps, right? It's not something that's going to happen immediately. The next card is Ostara, and beneath that is the word incubation. So, whatever it is that you've been hoping for, if you've lost hope, don't, because what you're wanting to happen is going to happen. It's beneath the surface and it takes time, and there are some steps that have to occur first, whether you understand this or you don't. Okay? It might have you feeling a bit claustrophobic, or maybe you're just wanting to bust out and make something happen, but it's not going to work that way. This is a gestation. This is you can see the similarities between the two cards, talking about in phases, right? Step, step, step. Not just throw yourself out and start running. It doesn't work that way. The next card that we have is Lithia, and underneath that it says intensification. So that is the longest day of the year. So again, it's potentially you're feeling very impatient because it's taking a long time, or will take a long time, or you fear it'll take a long time. This could mean that whatever you're wanting to come to fruition will happen in the summer. That's not for everybody, but it could be an indicator of that for some of you. But the intensification could be your emotions because of the weight or the progress or the fact that it's being kept secret. I feel like when the time does come, though, that nothing will be able to stop it. Whatever this is, something is going to happen and it will be majestic. It's not going to be like a small situation. This is something that's going to be pretty amazing, you know. Even historical for some of you. The next card is Homeland, and beneath that it says Foundation. So you may be making plans. Some of you could be homesick. Some of you could be visiting your childhood home. Where the word foundation would come into play because your upbringing was your foundation, maybe your family, your ancestors, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's another thing. It could be if you're not going to your childhood home, maybe you're going to where the land of your ancestors, even. But there's like a longing to be home. And it's funny, the next card is Ancestors. And beneath that is Remembrance. So this definitely could be, like I said, about ancestors, family, traditions, anything like that. But I also want to say that if you've lost someone recently, this person may be watching over you, and this could be adding to your feelings of needing to go home. I mean, it's just a part of the process. Sorry, I keep having to pause the video. So here's the thing. Maybe your impatience is because you want to go home. Maybe you're thinking about someone who's passed on or has left your life, or you've left their life or something, and maybe you can't be with them at the moment, and the wait seems like forever. So for some of you, this may be a call to light a candle for your ancestors, to spend a moment with spirit, you know, just thanking them for their sacrifices. That could be your way in the meantime. But the very last card is the Pentacle, and beneath that is the word respect. I see Pentacle as protection, so your past loved one could be not only watching over you, but also protecting you. And maybe you just need to show your respects. It could also be that someone who's alive, that's family or ancestor, that maybe you need to show a little bit more respect to. But at the bottom of the deck, we have the witch's hat, and it says power. So what I'm going to say is, if this is someone who is alive and you need to show them more respect, that does not mean to bow before them. It means to honor the things that they've done to help you, but not to throw away your own power in the process.